to Absolute Cinema, where we talk about films that leave a lasting impact and explore the stories behind them. I'm your host, Riz, and I'm joined by Kirby, Brian, Samantha, and Lizny. So for this episode, we'll be discussing the biographical film Michael, which tells us the story of the king of pop, Michael Jackson. So we'll be sharing our thoughts on the film main message, the scenes that stood out to us, and why we think it's a movie worth watching. So to start us off, what do you think is the main message of the film? Ruby?
For me, the biggest message is that great success doesn't happen by chance. It takes passion, discipline, and sacrifice. When people think of Michael Jackson, they usually think of his hit songs and legendary performances. But the movie reminds us that behind all of those achievements were years of practice, hard work, and determination.
Yes, I totally agree. A lot of people only see the finished performance, not everything that happened behind it.
Exactly. The movie really emphasizes that success isn't just about having talent. Michael was talented, but he also spent countless hours rehearsing, recording, and perfecting every detail of his performances.
So that's a great point. So besides the message itself, what scenes do you think best support that idea? What about Brian now?
One scene that really stood out to me was when Michael was preparing for his performance. You could see how focused he was and how much effort he put into every movement and every song. It wasn't just about entertaining people, he genuinely wanted every performance to be his best.
He truly wanted every performance to be his best.
I noticed that too. Those scenes showed that excellence comes from constant improvement. Even after becoming famous, he never stopped working on his craft.
Yes, he had a passion.
And I think that's something many people can relate to, whether you're an athlete, an artist, or even a student. Reaching your goals takes consistent effort.
So speaking of Michael himself, how do you think the characters and the people around him contributed to the story or contributed to his life?
His family played a huge role, especially during his childhood. They introduced him to the music industry, and those early experiences helped shape him into the performer he eventually became.
Yes.
And at the same time, the movie also shows that the people around him influenced both positive and difficult parts of his life. Some supported him, while others added pressure as his fame continued to grow.
So it was really sad on how his struggles were, especially family honestly.
I like that the movie didn't portray Michael as someone who was perfect. It showed his accomplishments, but it also acknowledged the challenges he faced, which made the story feel more realistic.
Yes, that's true. Instead of only celebrating his achievements, the movie also reminds us that famous people face struggles that the public, us, doesn't always see. So, in your opinions, why do you think this movie is still relevant today?
I think it's because of the lessons applied to everyone, not just musicians. Many young people today want to become successful as quickly as possible, especially with social media making overnight fame seem normal. But Michael reminds us that lasting success usually comes from years of dedication and hard work. Yes, I also think it teaches us not to judge people based only on what we see publicly. Someone can appear successful but still be dealing with personal struggles behind the scenes.
That's one of the things I appreciated most about the movie. It encouraged viewers to be more understanding and recognize that everyone has their own challenges, no matter how successful they seem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because us too, in order to be successful, we go through challenges. So, before we end, would you recommend this movie to others, to your friends, to your families?
Definitely, even if you're not a huge Michael Jackson fan, there's still a lot to appreciate. The movie combines history, music, and valuable life lessons in a way that's engaging and emotional.
I agree. It's more than just a biopic. It's a story about pursuing excellence, staying committed to your goals, and understanding the sacrifices that often come with success.
And for students like us, I think it's inspiring because it reminds us that every achievement starts with consistent effort.
Every achievement starts with consistent effort. So very well said. Michael isn't just about one of the greatest singers in history. It's about the passion, the perseverance, and resilience, and also the reality behind his success. So whether you're a long-time Michael Jackson fan or someone who's just learning about the story, the film offers lessons that anyone